Picking a good versus a bad dropshipping niche can make or break your business. Let me rank all of the niches from best to worst, so you never have to ever guess anymore. My name is Michael Bernstein. I currently make over $1 million per month with my dropshipping stores. And over the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of patterns. I've noticed that there's some niches out there where there's just an enormous amount of people who just want to hand you their money, and the conversion rates are just crazy high. Like on my store, as you can see here, it's over 5%. It's because the niche is perfect. Now, on the other hand, there's other niches where people just don't want to buy. It doesn't matter what you do, they just don't want to do it. All right, so the first one is not only a niche, but it's more of a demographic, and it's older women. Older women is probably the most buying-friendly demographic in the entire world. All right, there's no one who can compete with them. However, you have to be very careful here. It is super important that the products you sell are actually good and exactly what you're promising. Because I've seen so many scams where it's like supplements for anti-aging or something like that, which literally just don't work, but there's millions of grannies buying it. Even though the niche is really good, it's only good in the combination of having a good product. And unfortunately, there's just a little too many scams in that niche to be asked here. Okay. The second one is the cat niche. This right here is a great niche for Facebook ads and an okay niche for organic dropshipping. Okay. If you do organic dropshipping, the problem with cats is they go viral a lot of the times for people who don't have a cat. So the problem you're going to face is people are going to keep watching your videos and it's going to go more and more and more viral, but they don't even have a cat, so they don't buy it. So because this is so appealing to a broader audience, it's not the best niche for organic, but on Facebook, it just crushes. People are so passionate about their cats, so I'm definitely going to put it A tier as well. Next is the weed niche. On Facebook, obviously, we don't even have to talk about it. It doesn't work. On organic, it does work. You can make some money from weed products on organic. I would personally say that it's a horrible niche though, because you're risking your payment providers for short-term success. It's not worth it. I would say that making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 with some weed product is not worth having a bad relationship with Shopify payments, basically getting banned there. It's just not worth it. And the long-term play, if you want to make a lot of money over the next 5 years with ecom, it doesn't make sense at all. So I'm going to put it here just because you can still make some money with it. It's not nothing. However, the massive risk is however, I know a lot of people who just get away with it and nothing happens. The next is the crochet niche. The crochet niche is insane. Okay, it's amazing. It's literally one of the best niches out there. And the reason for that is that, number one, we talked about the demographic. Older women, they love this stuff and they actually use it and they keep rebuying. It's just great. And the second thing is people, for whatever reason, think this niche is super small, but it's actually big enough to make millions of dollars. This is a niche which is one of the most underrated ones I've ever seen in my life. It's just amazing. The next one is the drawing niche. And the drawing niche is very interesting because there's a lot of people who are super passionate about drawing. And there's also a lot of people who kind of want to get back into it. Okay. All of us have drawn as a child at some point, and most of us have good memories with it. There's a lot of people which just are very nostalgic about it and they would love to get into it. And that's why they buy something to get into it. It's almost like the person who wants to run a marathon and they start by making the first step on buying the running shoes. And this is something similar. And actually, we had a recent case study where a guy made like over 100K with a drawing product in a few months. So the drawing niche is great. I'm going to put it here. Next one is toys. Toys for children. This is a very interesting niche because if you have a really satisfying toy, it can just go so crazy. However, the people who watch it, they most likely don't have a credit card and they have to ask their parents. So definitely not on the highest converting side, but they're still able to convince their parents. So this right here is an amazing niche for organic dropshipping and not the best niche for Facebook. I wouldn't recommend running this on Facebook just because the reason why people make money with this one on organic is that they go so viral and the views result in the sales. So on Facebook, you can't really go viral, so it's nothing I would recommend. If you do organic, I'm going to put it here. If you do Facebook, I'm going to put it here. So it's going to be somewhere in the middle. Let's put it here because you can make so much money with organic with it. Next one is beauty products. Beauty products are amazing. There's just so many girls who are insecure about everything regarding their beauty and they just love beauty products. So beauty is probably the number one niche in the world. There's probably nothing better. Women just generally buy more stuff. And then here, there's a million different products which just convert so well. This niche right here is just perfect. The next one is middle-aged women. Middle-aged women is actually one tier above grannies. I'm going to have to take back what I just said earlier. Middle-aged women buy even more things than grannies. And the reason for that, they all know how to use a credit card, and grannies don't. So just the process of buying is sometimes too complicated for a person who's over 80 years old or whatever. They're just not able to do it. However, middle-aged women actually are able to do all of it. So probably the most high converting products in the world are beauty products for middle-aged women. And I'm going to also put it here. It's just the best niche ever. Keep in mind, this is not the most popular niche with organic because most of you guys don't have a person to film with. However, if you can find the person, it will be such a game changer for you, I promise. Next one is the gym. All right. The gym is a good niche. Don't get me wrong, but it's not as good as you think. Over the years, we've seen a lot of winning products, and for whatever reason, in the gym niche, we didn't see that many. Like the proportion of winning products to non-winning products. And I don't really have a logical reasoning for that. It's just something we saw after watching thousands of products being tested, that the ratio of winning products in the gym niche is not that high. However, there are some. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that the gym niche is bad. I'm going to put it somewhere in the middle. However, during the Christmas season and in January, there's no better niche. You have a time window of around 60 days, end of December till mid-February, where basically everyone has New Year's resolutions. And then the gym niche crushes. You probably saw it yourself. 1st of January, gym is full. So during that period, this is great. However, usually it's here. The next one is the anime niche. And the anime niche is great as long as you keep it broad and not about one specific anime. And you also have to keep in mind the copyright issues. So I'm going to put it somewhere here. We didn't ever see any copyright issues so far. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying that we didn't see them yet, and they for sure could happen. But I'm still going to put it here because there's never ever been any issues with it so far. And obviously keep in mind there's 100% some sort of risk if you sell products like these. Next one is the baby niche. Amazing one of the highest converting niches in the world. I'm also going to put it here. Why? Well, because these guys buy products for them. So this niche is amazing. And please just have one general rule here. Don't sell anything which could be unsafe for babies. So having unsafe products in the baby niche is just so immoral. And I've seen so many products which, if they don't work, a baby could actually get harmed. Like, for example, one of these like swimming rings or whatever it is to keep your baby floating. That's something I would never ever sell, just because if the product is not perfect, then it's your responsibility that a baby either died or something happened. It's just something you don't want. So make sure you keep that rule in mind. And the second niche here as well is also in the skincare niche. You have to be very, very, very careful with products which people put in their face. It's just very fucked up if you sell something which is actually bad for their skin or something along those lines. So make sure if you sell in these niches, you triple check quality. And in the baby niche specifically, I personally would just fully stay away from everything which could lead to issues, right? If it's, for example, a baby jacket, there's no real issues which could happen here. So it's fine. And there's no danger. But just think in that way where don't sell dangerous products at all. Next one is the health niche. It's very similar to what I just said. You have to be very, 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 very careful on what you're selling here because things can just terribly go wrong. Okay. You need to make sure that your health products actually work and they're healthy and not unhealthy. And most of them, unfortunately, are just not good. So I'm going to put it somewhere here. I would like to put it here. However, there are obviously some good health products. So I'm going to put it in the middle. I would just be very, very cautious with it. Next is not only tennis, but these sub niches, all the sports, boxing, tennis, yoga, whatever. All of these niches are good as a beginner. If you are starting out and you don't want to make more than 10K profit a month for the start, I would say it's a great niche and it's very, very beginner friendly because you have less competition than in general sports and you can definitely make some money, but scaling is just a little bit of an issue. So I'm going to put it somewhere here in the middle. It's a great beginner niche, not good for advanced people at all. Now, jewelry just by itself, I would put somewhere here. It's not good. Okay. However, you can usually put some twists to the jewelry. And if it's a dog necklace or if it's a couple's bracelet or something along those lines where you actually target a very specific niche, then it can actually work. And the beauty about jewelry is more expensive jewelry looks more expensive. Okay, so if you sell something for like $60, it can actually sometimes convert better than the same exact product sold for $20. So sometimes you can make your jewelry look very premium by just charging a higher price. And that is when the margin just skyrockets. Obviously, you can make so much money in terms of margin here and it can go crazy. So as a sub niche, I'm going to put it here. Okay, it's really, really good to sell jewelry in sub-niches, which looks luxurious, but it's very cheap actually to buy. This is something which does really well. The next niche I want to talk about is the dog niche, okay? Dogs are just great. And if we compare cats versus dogs, the only massive difference is that there's less people who like watching dog videos but don't have a dog. So in this niche, there's generally more dog owners versus dog lovers who don't have a dog and wouldn't buy. So that's why the dog niche is great for organic and Facebook. And if you can make something work here, you can make so much money. So I'm going to put it S tier. Now, obviously, the niche by itself is not going to be enough to make you money. You obviously need a really good product and consistently be able to make good videos that you can post organically and then later on scale with Facebook ads. And this is exactly what we teach in our program. We basically will take a look at the products you send us, and you just can make a list of 100 products. You can show them to us, and we tell you which product exactly is the best. This is good, this is bad, okay? Then you only test the best products, and we move on to the next step, which is basically posting videos organically, teaching you how to go viral and make a bunch of money from that. And then we move on to the next step, which is Facebook ads, to basically scale your product. If you are interested in getting started to work with me one-on-one, click the link below and sign up for a free consultation session.